Alright. It is time for the return. Living in a similar setting to the setting behind me right now, except of course a little less hygienic, I guess, maybe a little less pristine, some would say. He is the one and only Sewer Mermaid. He crafts in the dank waters of the sewers. He is, of course, a creature that some call evil, but some say he's misunderstood, you know? Something a bit more like a golem, you know? He's kind of the bad guy, but he's kind of a good guy. He's misrepresented, he's misunderstood, and he's had some pain and hardship in his life. For instance, at the moment, he's trying to learn how to use control groups. So, up here in the top right-hand side, it is Florencio. Going for a gas first opening, very standard. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, in the blue, it is a tiny Terran. Also doing gas first, but that's an actual normal build order for Terran. The Zerg gas first is a bit drunk. Now, where is this guy rallied to? He's rallied into the corner of the main. Could you be any more transparent? Oh, that's amazing. He's just gonna go build a hatchery there. I imagine we are going to be seeing some burrow adventures. I would imagine this is to try to distract for a while, get some Zerglings out, and then try and burrow them around the base. And it does get counted if Tiny pulls a lot of SCVs. Let's see. Oh, he's bringing another drone as well. Oh my. 48 gas has been mined. It's interesting. Drone comes in, pretends he's going for the gas, and he veers to the right, and he hides. Let's go to Tiny's camera. Are we suspicious at all? Yes, that Drilly boy gets sent on a mission. He's like, okay, all right, buddy. Builds a bunker, starts a Reaper there, starts the orbital. Pretty good play here so far from Tiny. Finishes the wall with the depot, is remembering all the basics, is even spamming camera locations. Oh my god, we have a tryhard. We have tryhard detected, guys. Ooh, maybe under-respecting that, though. Oh, comes to the natural. Is there a drone down there already? Burrow has started, by the way. We're watching this from Tiny's cam. It looks like there's a roach for it and burrow. So burrowed roaches, not even burrowed zerglings. Oh, there's another drone out there somewhere. Command center does start, though. Where's that drone? He's hiding out there for some reason. I don't know what he's up to. And this hatchery already... Yeah, some Drilly Boy's going to get pulled, but that's still going to finish with plenty of hit points to spare. Factory does go down. Marine and a Reaper will start putting the hurt on that hatchery behind this 19 workers. He's building a spine in his mineral line, because of course he is. Fucking Florencio. Ooh, cancels the bunker. Oh, he's pulled enough SCVs. Yeah, that hatchery's done. Doesn't cancel it. Oh my. I guess he could get maybe a second lava out before it dies. He's got one lava. Could he get a second one? Oh, he pulls the SCVs back. He'll definitely get a second lava now, I think. Yes, just barely gets out. Broodlings. Oh, they get one marine, two marines. Oh my god, they get almost two marines. And Roach is building. You know what? A marine and a Reaper doesn't beat a Roach, guys. Definitely doesn't beat two Roaches. The bunker got sold. Tiny may have been a little bit cocky here, which is... Oh no, that's a problem. That's a problem. Is expecting Zerglings. Is like, oh really? Fudge, Tiny. Oh no, if you're gonna react this slowly, you need to pull a lot more SCVs to kill that hatchery. Now it's SCVs versus Roaches. A terrible engagement for the Terran. Oh, that Roach burrow starts healing up. This Roach just having some fun. I gotta tell you guys, if I also could be a combat unit in a future dimension, I would also love to have acidic vomit as my weapon. Honestly, I mean, this is this is reminding me of a clip I saw on the weekend. Ooh, bird! Oh, bird roaches! I don't know if anyone listened to the Joe Rogan. Oh, that roach gets around, barely gets down. The Joe Rogan podcast with Tom Green on the weekend, but they were reminiscing about an Opie and Anthony radio show from back in the day, where they got one guy to chug like 20 shots of eggnog, 23 I think it was. Ooh, that roach goes down, and then projectile vomit it into another guy's mouth and on his open face. So the other guy was lying over a garbage bin, and I was like, this isn't a real thing, and of course I googled it. Terrible decision. Oh, he dodges the Widowvine, mother trucker. So anyways, that's essentially what I'm imagining. The joy of having the rare pleasure of vomiting on someone else's face, but it actually melting their face. That's like a roach's existence. Whoever that guy was who did that projectile vomit on another, that's literally what roaches are designed to do. It's like their main function. Oh my god, this Widowmine just cannot catch a break, can it? This roach, and it regens like as fast as one marine can damage it. The scans keep running out. Look at this dickhead, dude. Oh my god, he takes out the marine. Oh my god, this has got to be so triggering. This one roach gets a medal for being an absolute cock. Finally! That was like the 3rd scan to deal with him. And Tiny, the production has been absolutely ransacked. Meanwhile, look at that. There's more roaches on the front door. He's been preparing for it. He's like, 4 more Vomboys. They've been loading up on that eggnog and they're ready to go. Some people in chat say that's disgusting. Guys, that's literally what Zerg are. They are literally the race that is all about vomiting on their opponents. They're disgusting. They're either slobbering on you, they're throwing their babies as projectiles. Broodlords use them as projectiles. Swarmos like have somehow taught them how to use slingshots and throwing them into battle off their backs. They're like, I don't know, shit's crazy. They're just a disgusting race. And roaches, yeah, honestly, it's like a bunch of teenagers who've had a few too many margaritas, maybe some of those Slurpee like Cosmos or whatever they're called. Oh god, for some reason it's all green though, so I guess they're a big fan of the Midori. You know, just oh yeah, just drank 2 bottles of Midori and then it's a pretty bad way to go, man. Undefended SCVs, they're gonna have to sue their employer for an unsafe workplace, I think. A landed Viking, Widow Mines, and Hellions. Have you guys ever seen a player build a mix of like even less effective units against roaches? Look at this shit. Why are we still building Hellions? Mind, why is there an engineering bay? Like, I guess it's to get a turret, right? For detection, but it's like, I don't think you need that. You need things that do damage. It's not about detection. It's about the fact that even when you scan, you can't kill the units. It's like, well, better build more Hellions, Vikings, and Widow Mines. This will get the job done. The insane thing is, like, there's always this point where I go, well, you're just dead. Like, you can't handle a rush this badly, get this pulled around, and still be okay. But then I always look at the tab and I'm like, wait, Florencio is somehow not expanded or built workers at any moment behind this. I'm like, oh yeah, this is still a pretty close game. Flo has more money, but the Terran has 2 command centers up and is up 6 workers. Flo needs to find so much more damage just to make this okay. Just to make this okay. Oh, the Viking does lift. Okay, I do like that Viking lift. There's a queen here as well. There's an overlord floating in. Oh my god, I think Tiny's done. I think Tiny's done. These Vikings are landing. The SCVs are all confused. I think he tried to A move the SC. Oh my god, this is... What are you doing, mate? It all started with selling that bunker, man. It's just like lifting and landing Vikings. It's trying to make cloak. Oh god. That first roach, by the way, what a sicko. There's always something when a queen walks into your base. I don't know about you guys, but I get especially triggered when a queen walks into my base. Like, because it's just such a low damage, immobile, slow unit. I hear its attack, and I know it's not really doing any damage, but it just makes me angry that my opponent has the fucking gall to walk a queen into my base. I'm like, fuck you. You're not allowed to do that. That's bad. They're like, why am I beating you then? Why am I beating you? And you're like, oh, Jesus. Let's go back to that very first roach in the base, because I feel like that roach surviving for a solid 5 minutes was the undoing of the Terran. Terran builds the bunker and then sells it, man. Oh, what a bad choice this was. What a bad choice. The Broodling's getting a Marine. But then he's like, I don't actually have a tech lab, and I haven't been building Marines non-stop, and I'm losing all my basic... Yeah, this is him. This is that. These 2 roaches. These 2 guys survived so long. They were on 2 kills each, and they were so close to dying. They just kept hitting the fighting units. The way he keeps unburrowing, clicking on the Reaper, man. So sick. So sick, so sick, so sick. Oh my god. This is so funny. The funny thing, like, he could actually let them heal a bit more and stutter step a bit more, but Florencio goes for, like, maximum annoying. By him, I don't think it's really about being, like, effective at surviving as long as possible. It's more about being as close to death as many times in a row in quick succession, because that's the really upsetting thing. It's when it burrows on 2 hit points. It's when it burrows at the last fraction of a second and dodges the Widow Mine shot, right? That's the part that gets you annoyed, right? So like this here, this is just the ultimate, like, just super triggering bait. And he's like, okay, cool, I finally got it. And the Roach is like, do you though? Do you? And he keeps like landing it on this Marine. It's like every time he's almost there, that one Roach, man. The funny thing is, you can look at this Roach and say, this is ineffective APM for Flo. He's floating 1,000 minerals. He's got heaps of gas. Why is he not doing other stuff? But you've also got to notice that this clearly broke Tiny. like mentally fragmented him into 1,000 tiny shards. He's on 34 out of 62 supply, and for some reason he's building depots and SCVs nonstop and getting no tech lab, no actual good fighting units first, Roaches. He's trying to counter them with Widow Mines, which we've seen how Burrow just dodges the shots. That one lands because the scan goes down, but then it's like, that's not good enough. This was a brutal dismantling of Flo, focusing obscenely hard on every single Roach just to ensure that his opponent hit maximum tilt. GG, well played, Flo. Thank you very much for that lovely display of Zerg shitbaggery. That hatchery, remember, survived on a few hit points, only could build 2 Roaches. Didn't seem like a big threat, but it absolutely won the game. Thank you very much, guys, for the support, especially everyone who's been on our Patreon. If you guys do want to hop on to help support, especially in this time when YouTube is denying most of our ad revenue, claiming that most of the views on the channel are bots, 99% of the views. Check out my video on that, and we'll give you guys an update in the near future. They're still being very unresponsive. Big thanks to everyone, though, who's hopped on to support the Patreon over here, especially Maxan and Vivek. 2 big old legends there on those higher tiers. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the Florencio Files. Goodbye and good night.